covered. I did a freelance piece for this. And just more of the absurdity of just how bizarre this has gotten. And the reason why Obama is like Hitler is because, as I asked the guy, they're both charismatic, they're both good speakers, and Obama hates America, wants to destroy it. So there's your line. And somehow this all ties together. I mean, there is an overlap. I haven't fully put my brain around it, but anyway. And this I saw during, actually this isn't from the trial, but during the trial I was running out the door one day and I was late, and there was a walking stick on my window, and I stopped, and just like I saw one the other day. And I was holding it up, and I'm looking at these, and I'm like, these small genetic mutations, you know, these gradual changes that take place to give it an obvious evolutionary advantage over hungry birds, for instance. And I'm thinking, what's so hard for people to get here? But, and I will tell you, Douglas Adams, who took, you all familiar with Douglas Adams, right? What a loss that was. He took such joy from life. And he wrote about his love affair with science. The world is a thing of utter, inordinate complexity and richness and strangeness that is absolutely awesome. And I'm going to do something here, and you guys, okay, I'm going to invoke the grandma clause, which means that I'm going to show you a picture next, and everybody in the room has to go, oh, or I get up very upset, okay? That's Ava Lynn. That's my granddaughter. She's a year old now, and she's big, and she's perfect. And I will go down fighting anybody who wants to challenge me on that one. And one of the things that was going on during the trial was my father was a born-again Christian, and he and I used to fight almost every day during the trial. And my father's only argument was who was on the side of God, and that drove me crazy, of course. But one thing that my dad did was he used to love holding babies. That was his thing. It didn't matter if he even knew the babies, but he would go, as soon as a baby was born somewhere, you know, he'd be there and he'd want to come over, and everybody else would be going along their business. He'd say, no, it's okay, I'll just hold the baby. And the reason why he did this was because he found proof of God's existence in each new life. And I'll tell you, I didn't agree with everything he believed, but I really liked that about my dad. And the first time, it was a year ago, when I got to hold Ava Lynn, my daughter-in-law had her all swaddled up in her. She put her in my arms. And I'll tell you, I didn't think about God. I didn't. I actually thought about Charles Darwin. And I'm sitting there holding her, and I leaned in and I smelled the back of her neck, and it smelled so good. And I thought of all these mothers and grandmothers who you know, just for thousands of years, have been holding their babies, absolutely convinced of their perfection. And going back not only to our ape-like ancestors, but actually much further. And this was a slide that was shown during the trial. And as you can see, that's a dinosaur, and the dinosaur is brooding, you know, it's taking care of their babies. And so I'm thinking, you know, if Kevin Padian showed this slide, and it's like a mother hen, and he was demonstrating how she looks like a mother hen. And, but it's maternal instinct. Actually, it may be paternal. I've since then learned that they theorize that fathers may have been doing that too. But as I held my granddaughter, I felt overwhelmingly connected to all those females who have held their babies tight and protected them. And I also felt connected to the countless females who are going to do it someday. And I can't say I found proof of God's existence in Ava's arrival. Just as Darwin wrote, these endless forms most beautiful, he admitted he didn't know either. But I can say on this, we shouldn't have to be divided. From the knowledge that Ava is part of this line stretching out in both directions, further than I can ever see, and ever imagine, we can find beauty as well.